Father John, some of us have heard about this idea of Christian meditation, that it's a valid traditional form rooted in the tradition of the church and how to pray, but may not know how to get started. This idea of a personal conversation with God sounds very exciting. How do we work that?
Yeah, well, it sounds like it would be easy because it's a conversation, right? But the difference is this conversation happens in an atmosphere of faith. And I can't see God with my eyes the way I can see you when we have a cup of coffee together. I have to approach God through faith. And since for most of us, our faith is still growing and not fully mature, what really helps when we want to engage in Christian meditation is having a structure for our meditation. Kind of like training wheels that can help us move forward when we feel distractions or tired or our faith is kind of weak. So the structure that I recommend, which is really not my own invention, kind of discovered it through studying a lot of different traditional forms of Christian meditation. But the structure I recommend is the 4 C's. The first C is concentrate. And that's really important. We need to quiet down, turn off the cell phone, go to a quiet corner, make an act of faith that God is there, caring about me, wanting to talk with me. Really concentrate, put myself in God's presence and kind of tune in to Him. And then once I'm concentrated, then I begin to consider. And consider is the second C, where I take the text of the scriptures or a spiritual book and I read it reflectively, slowly. I think about it. I digest it. I ask questions of it. What's going on here? What does this tell me about God? I consider the revelation that God has given me about who He is and how much He loves me. And as I consider, what will happen is my heart will be moved, and I'll be moved to want to say something to God in response to what I've been considering. And that's the third C, which is converse. I may want to thank Him. I may want to beg His forgiveness. I may just simply want to praise Him and express my wonder at His goodness. And you can go back and forth between those 2 C's for as long as you want. You can consider and then converse, and then when you're done talking, go back to consider and then converse again. And then at the end of your time of meditation, whether it's 5 minutes or 15 or half an hour, you want to finish up with the 4th C, which is commit. Renew my commitment to loving God and to fulfilling His will for me this day.
Father John, your book, The Better Part, provides a great summary of that, as well as a great longer description about Christian meditation. And then you provide all 4 Gospels commentary on each that really helps the reader do exactly what you described.
Yeah, that was the goal. The Better Part was designed to be not just a book that you read through, but a handbook, a resource that you actually use during your meditation that can help you. Because, as I say, it's hard. We live in a fast-paced world that doesn't encourage our faith, and we need to use tools to help us exercise our faith and grow in our love for God.